MarathonJourney.com v3.09, where I use the Jeff Galloway Run, Walk, Run Marathon training program to turn myself from a lazy bum into an early riser. Well, not quite so early. We're still on really dark in the morning time. This will be our last week of a long run that we get to kind of sleep in a little bit because the time change is coming up and it will be sun up earlier. So we're enjoying this. It's in the 40s, just getting into November, and it's still really not too bad. So not a whole lot of clothes that we have to wear. 20 miles on the schedule today. We've broken it up into 4 loops, a 6, a 6, a 4, and a 4. And the reason we've done that is that we have a new runner coming with us today, and their maximum today is 8 miles. And they've never run 8 miles before, so we're going to break that last 2 loops up into 4 and 4 to make sure we come back, be able to fill up water bottles and have enough fuel, and then be able to get back on the road. And why are we doing 6 and 6 instead of 12? Well, that way we can run a lot lighter. I can just run with just my Small Life Fitness belt, run 6, come back, fill water bottles, get fuel, head out for another 6. So it should be fairly pleasant today. Enough of talking about it. It's time to get out and do it. We'll see you a little farther down the road. Our first 6 mile loop is done. Starting on our second 6 mile loop. Sun is just coming up, starting to warm up a little bit. Got rid of the tights, changed into a jacket instead of my dual overlayers. We're ready to go on to loop number 2. You've heard of Andrew Carnegie? Well, this is Orville Carnegie, his poor cousin. He founded this library. 15 and a half miles. We're getting there. See you a little farther down the road. There you have it. That turned out to be 20.6 miles. And we're done, we're showered, we're changed, we're feeling good, ready to go out and have a great Saturday. We went 20.6 because we were a little long on our other mileage on our first 2 loops. And so instead of cutting the last loop short to make it just in at 20, we had the new runner with us, and they needed 8 to kind of catch up. And so instead of just leaving them to go the longer part of the loop and having us take the cutoff, we went ahead and ran it in with them. So just added a little bit more mileage. Feeling very good, fueled very well. And the temperature was 44 at the start, 65 at the finish, so very pleasant day. Dressed in layers, pull the layers off as required, which is another reason why running loops makes a lot of sense. Not only do you run lighter because you have to carry much less fuel and water, but if you're running and the sun comes up and you need to adjust, instead of having to tie things around your waist and carry them with you, you can always drop them off and then go out and run fresh. Also, psychologically, it's a huge help to say, okay, I just have to go out and run 4 miles to finish off, instead of saying, well, I'm 4 miles away from home because I'm 16 miles into a 20-mile long run. That really does help. Doing great. We did our weigh-in today, and happy to say that we are under 180 pounds. We're at 178, and that's after downing about 26 ounces. Did our Endurox R4 for recovery, and then we were still a little thirsty, so we nailed down about half a bottle of Gatorade G. So that might have added to our weight a little bit. We could have been maybe 177 and a half or so if we hadn't done that. But always take care of yourself first before you worry about what your weight's going to be. Make sure that after a long run you refuel. Endurox R4 is great for that. Has that 80-20 carb protein mix that'll really help get the glycogen back in your muscles and make you have a great recovery. No matter what you're doing, if you're out there training for your next race, or you're just out there running, Hope that you're having a good time, having great runs and great success. I had an interesting revelation while I was out there, though. I said, why is this feeling a little bit harder than it should? And realized that we had bumped up this 20-mile run by 1 week in order to accommodate the schedule of the other runners. And so we're running this on 1 week rest instead of 2 week rest. So yeah, I could feel it a little bit, but felt great. Had a great time. Hope you're having a great time too. But no matter what you're doing, make sure you open up that door, put one foot in front of the other. And if you do that, I'll be seeing you out here on the road.